Hi, my name is Monarch Pandya and I must mention it. It is Monarch with a CH, meaning a king. The funnier side of the story is that often it has occurred when I practice before the High Court and when I'm to appear before a judge. People have refused that he is already a monarch, why would we appear before him? But that being said, I still believe on the fact that it is your deeds that matter, it is the work that you do that matters. As Shakespeare rightly said, what is in the name? It is the work that you do. I started the preparations for the major subjects very early in my college days, when I was told by one of my seniors that your major laws will be helpful in your practice or in any other field of law that you choose. So for every semester that ended, I kept on practicing and kept on revising my major laws time and again. But after joining the Move Law Academy, an essential realization was made to me that the minor subjects are the scoring ones. Therefore, I then began the preparation for the minor subjects vehemently, and thereafter, after making notes and after a proper guidance on those subjects, I then went on to the major subjects as being taught in the institute, and then both the revisions went on side by side. Well, I can answer this question on a two-pronged basis. One, that your preparation for judiciary never ends in some sense. Therefore, it has to be bifurcated in two terms, saying that it is a pre-vacancy announcement preparation and a post-vacancy announcement preparation. So for the time when the vacancies were not announced, you must not stop your preparations in the first step. You must always revise it 2 to 3 hours on a daily basis, which I did personally. Thereafter, when the vacancies were announced and I had around 4 to 6 months to study, I took up my major as well as the minor subjects on a daily average of 4 to 6 hours, and for the last month or so, as the last stroke of my preparations, it went on to around 8 to 10 hours on a daily basis to put the best of what I could understand of a law in my exams. For any law examination that you are appearing for, you need your bare acts as your essential materials. Therefore, for the Gujarat case specific examination, we had 25-27 odd subjects to deal with. Therefore, for all of those, I had the bare acts constantly by my side and revising them according to my schedule. So this was the first part. The second being the notes provided to me by the institution. Now, for the case laws, for the other explanatory material that you need for your mains and other examinations, I think this is the best guide possible to students like me and the other ones who are preparing for this examination. Third, the order writing part, which is the most essential for any examinations for judiciary, for any state for that matter. You must refer to the orders of the higher forums, order of the lower courts, to just sort of point out what are the essentials as to put in your order when you are writing the same in your examination. So for that, these three were my essential materials by which you must proceed for your examinations. So I divided my answer writing into 4 divisions. Now, even before that, you must keep in mind that you have to write a particular answer for a particular mark given only in a limited span of 3 hours for criminal and civil that you have. So for example, if I may take the answer of a 711, you must consider 4 points in each answer. First being the introduction as to what is the provision, second being the explanation of the provision, third being the relevant part as to why this provision is incorporated, and the fourth being the case laws. Now you must subdivide, as I already did. This is a suggestion from my end, that you must subdivide your case laws into 2 subjects. The first being the landmark case law on that subject. For example, if you have a landmark case law on 711, as I already exemplified, you must state the landmark case law, and a very recent case law, if you could very well remember, you could incorporate it in your answer to make it a complete crisp answer of, let's say, 10 marks or so in a given time span that you already have. If I may exemplify in the simplest of terms, you expect the first ball of the match to be a good length ball coming into you for playing, but then this came in as a Yorker. Now what am I trying to say is that you expect a 2 or 3 judge panel to sit in an interview, but then it came in as an announcement that 5 judges will sit in this interview. So this was a shock to all of us, that 5 judges in an interview. So this was the first thing that sort of scared me, but then the interview process is all about you maintaining your calm and composure. So there will be questions that will be put to you that you might not know the answer to, but your fairness and your goodwill is in telling the judges that you don't know the answer to it and that you will look up the answer or the particular question that is put to you after the interview ends, and you must do so as well. Do not try to diverge the whole question that is put to you and take it to a third topic. This is one thing that the judges don't like it as a matter of fact in the interview. So therefore, try to be as precise as possible, as concise to your answer as possible, and don't try to avoid any queries. Therefore, be very crisp, be very precise, and be very polite while answering those questions. So this is my trick or my mantra to get through the interview, the whole process as it stands. Yes, so my preparations for the language paper are pretty different to what other approaches are. आप जो स्कोरिंग मार्क्स हैं उनको मत देखिए कि मुझे समानार्थी में 1, 1.5, 2, 3 मार्क बहुत ईजीली मिल जाएंगे, ये मत देखिए। आप इनको जो कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव अप्रोच से आंसर्स चाहिए वो लिखिए। आप कॉन्सेंट्रेट कीजिए अपने एसेस पर, अपने लेटर्स पर, अपने ट्रांसलेशंस पर, और इसके लिए योर द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज़ दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड द लैंग्वेज एंड इट्स यूजेज। सो मैंने लैंग्वेज के यूजेज के लिए कई गुजराती बुक्स पढ़ी थी। मैंने कई गुजराती ऑथर्स के द्वारा दिए गए कई बुक्स में से नामचीन जो उनके मुहावरे हैं उनको यूज़ किया था। कई आंसर्स में आप अगर हिंदी मुहावरे भी यूज़ करके उसका गुजराती सेंस डाल देते हैं तो बहुत अच्छा होगा पेपर के लिए, क्योंकि उनको पता है कि आप इसका ट्रांजिशन अच्छे से कर सकते हैं। तो दीज आर द 3 थिंग्स दैट इन माई लिमिटेड अंडरस्टैंडिंग यू शुड डू। फिल्म्स देखिए, बुक्स पढ़िए गुजराती, और जो भी लैंग्वेज आप प्रेफर करेंगे अपने एग्जामिनेशन के लिए तो उस लैंग्वेज का यूजेज आप जान सकते हैं, तो उसके लिए आपको क्रैक करना ईजी हो जाएगा ये प्रोसेस। I believe in 2 particular ideologies. One, that don't learn through only your ears, learn through your eyes as well. So as much as you read, you will be able to comprehend and understand more. The second being, don't wait for an opportunity, just create one for yourself. This is your hard work that will lead you to success.